Welcome to OWTV. My name is Santa the Panda, and with me is Willys, tank for Team Peps. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Great, thank you. Okay, so let's start. The game versus Vision. First map, Lijiang Tower, we saw you ban Lijiang, a hero Peps has used quite a lot in the past. What was the thinking behind this ban?
I mean, we know Vision as a team likes to play double flex, and I think we played them before, like a few weeks before, and we knew they would play. If we were just ban the Lijiang, we can force Lucio Curie, and then they have to try to force a double flex, which is really bad in my opinion, like on the inside maps. But we really just choked in the moment. Like I think we had the right ban. The Lijiang ban is pretty good for us, so we can force the Lu. But yeah.
Second point of Lijiang, you started getting things going on Hazard. How is that tank matchup against Zarya?
I think in general it's pretty even. Like I would say 60-40 for the Zarya team, maybe slightly better. But I think at least for us, I'm pretty confident on Haz. I know I can get the value. So for me, we played it before. We were like, let's just run that. It's our comfort comp. We will do our best on it, and it went pretty good. I think it can be countered, but I mean, in the moment, we just thought, let's just go for it, and we played good.
It was unfortunate that once the team started getting things going, the third point was a lot harder when Vision came out with Ball and Akiri. What makes it so hard to adapt the playstyle with the two very different comps from Vision?
I think Garden is a really good map for Vision because they can play the double flex with the Anakiri instead of Bap Kiri, like they play on the inside one. So they can play the open sides and play more poke. But I think for us, the reason why it's hard maybe is because the matchup isn't good. Like it's way too open of a map to try to force the Lu unless you want to try to like mirror Ball or stuff like that. So for me, we have to make some adjustments there and try to see what we can make work. We're already doing that in Scrim, so hoping we can show it next time.
Excited to see it, of course. So let's move to the second map now. Esperanca. The first two fights go wrong, but you keep doing some adjustments and lock into the Hazard again. What was your thought process to choose Hazard?
In general, when you play, like we see them run out on Monkey because we banned the Ball in the beginning, so they couldn't play the Ball hard poke. So for me, I was just thinking, okay, let's start on. I started Zarya, I think. Yeah, Zarya.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up switching to Haz because Monkey in general has a pretty good matchup into Zarya, especially when you play the poke comps. Zarya has a really hard time to just live in general. And I mean, Hazard again, I'm pretty confident in Haz, so I don't know, it's a good matchup for me. It's pretty even between Monkey and Haz. It's just whichever team plays it better.
Also in Esperanca, I feel like push, it happens a lot of push. Vision takes a big lead while Team Peps was adjusting. They get a 78-meter lead over you. But Team Peps manages to come back. What does the team need mentally to be able to make these comebacks happen?
I think the team needs to know that it's not lost, like just because you lost the first few fights. Like even if push is a very like momentum-based game mode, like if you win a few fights, you can actually just close out the game immediately. But I think just like we're not at the level, you know, like where they're gonna win based off of just two fights. Like maybe if we were on the World Finals, Falcons would just win that. But for us, it's just like keep your mental. You can still turn it around. Like we all saw the last DreamHack when Twisted Minds reverse swept that one Runasapi game. That was like the most insane stuff I've ever seen. And like just the feeling of like, oh, you can still win. You have to really try to force that into your team. Like as a tank, you have to keep making plans, keep confident, like give the team confidence, and you can turn it around.
I think it's great to hear that the team does have that strong mentality through even tough moments in matches. So this map came all down to the last fight. How was your POV in those moments?
In the last fight, I remember thinking like they're gonna have both support ults. I mean, we knew the situation basically they had both support ults. So for me, I was deciding whether we should take an early fight or play slow. But we were so close to our other ults. I was like, I'm just gonna go into respawn, farm our ults. We're gonna play hard to bait and kite, and we clutched it out. Like it was, in my opinion, it was really lucky, but it was the best decision in the moment. So for me, I think Vision both choked, but I think we also like did the best situation out of it. But it's also kind of bad we ended up in a scenario like that. Like it should have been better, you know. But I'm still happy we managed to clutch it out.
You make it 1-1, and now Vision has map pick. They take it to Junkertown. What makes it so hard to go against Vision in this map?
I think Junkertown in general, as well as the Lijiang Garden, is really good for Vision because they like to play the double flex. Like they can put Violet on Lori, he's just gonna stand on the back of the map and shoot, and then they ban our, I think, Kiri. So we have to play Wuyang Lucio, which is pretty hard when as a tank. Like you don't have a lot of care, like a lot of heal. So you really have to play for the like instant one shot or hard value, and like it's just such an open map for that kind of comp. Like you pick Kaz, you pick Diva, try to go across the map. It's just so open. Like you'd have to go like other comps to try to make it work. And for us, we could have made it work. I think we just choked. Like on defense, we made some mistakes and stuff like that. But it's just such an open map. It's so good for Vision because of that.
You talked about how Vision banned Kiri and forced your backline into Wuyang Lucio. And you said it makes it so much harder for you as a tank. How do you choose who to engage on when you have such little care?
I think it's more up to like how the situation is playing. Like if the tank is very close and he's like greeting his HP, you can fight him. But in general, you just need to decide based on like where your team is setting up. Like if your team is setting up behind, you might need to play slow main and wait, and then when they hit, you can try to like look for the one shot. But in general, it's more like it's just in the moment. Like a lot of the time, you want to avoid the frontline trade because you're playing the faster comp. But depending on the situation, like it's really up in the moment. I think depending on comp as well, it can change a lot how like where you want to go.
So you also talked about some fights that could have gone better. It felt like Team Peps had the advantage on many fights, like when you guys had beat at the end of defense. What do you think was the problem to not be able to close out those fights?
I think on Junkertown, like we had a lot of individual mistakes. Like I think our comp, it's hard, but just because it's hard, you're not going to win. Like just like on second point when we got random picked, on first we got random picked. Like it's really just a lot of random picks, like back to back, and then all of a sudden they have I think they had 5 or 4 minutes on last point, and then it's up to the moment to try to clutch, right? Try to make the best of the situation. Like you really don't want to end up in those scenarios where you want to, or they have like 5 minutes. You just want to try to stall out the game as much as possible. And for us, I think we failed pretty bad at that. But it wasn't lost because they got the third. Like I think in general, this map was pretty weird from us. It was like a lot of individual mistakes, but I think we could have definitely won it if we played better. It's just unlucky in the moment.
With the game on the line, you take it to King's Row. Why does that map feel like it would have been an advantage for Team Peps over Vision?
I think on King's Row, you get to play the more brawl-heavy comps. And Vision, I mean, as a team, they really like to play the open maps. They like to play the double flex. So when you can force them to play some sort of more brawl-heavy comp where they can avoid playing like the Zarya to play slow, they have to play faster. It could be a like better chance for us to get to turn around the tempo and turn around the game in general. So for me, it was like we can avoid the double flex, we can play the brawl, we can try to like set the tempo more and like a reverse advantage they had, like they were up 2-1. Maybe we can ruin their mental a bit if we play it properly. And I mean, it showed on our attack when we full capped. But then towards defense, I think again it was just a lot really weird. Like both teams have like this problem where we like either Vision gets random picked or we get random picked, and it was a really like weird dogfight. Like there is some sports where get one shot, Dip would get one shot. For me, we played good, but like there were a lot of like individual mistakes that made it hard. Our communication was really good though, which I'm happy about.
That's great to hear. So now going for the bans. Vision banned Hazard, and so you played Zarya in the entire map. How confident do you feel as an individual, but also as a team in Zarya comps moving forward?
I think we're pretty confident in the Zarya comps. Like it's kind of Zarya is pretty like, to be honest, it's not as hard as like the usual dive tanks. Like you just have to play for your bubbles, and if your team understands how to take space, like with the right timing, you can get value out of the Zarya. I think that's why a lot of teams are trying to play the Zarya rather than playing the like more dive comps that maybe you see in Korea. They play the monkey and ball. Well, we don't really have any monkey and ball players, but also it's just easier with like more value.
On the other hand, Peps banned Sim. What was the plan behind that ban?
I think in general Sim, we knew they like to play the Sim sometimes, and we thought we don't really want to, like, we would rather play for our individual value, like in the Tracer Mirror. We thought we can get more value out of that, so we tried to avoid the Sim because it could be like a, what do you say, like hard to play into if they played right. So we were like, let's just ban the Sim and we can play our stuff. They have to play their stuff, and we will win the mechanical fight. And it worked pretty good. I think it was definitely the right ban. It was just yeah, same as before. We didn't play good in the moment.
So after the ban that you're mentioning, Vision put Cookie on Reaper, while Sorrow stayed on Freya for the map. What are the challenges of having a Hitscan in a map like King's Row?
I think the big thing is like it's pretty hard to like keep your Hitscan in a good position without getting zoned out by the enemy DPS. So you need to really like be dynamic in how you play your Hitscan, like make rotations and try to pressure your sides. And I think also like if your Hitscan is good, like you can just play Hitscan, just play to shoot on main, and it's okay. But it can be an issue depending on the situation. And I think Vision, they've been trying a lot of the double flex, as you can see in the match, and I think it's pretty interesting. I mean, I think there are things you can do it, but I also think there should be some sort of Hitscan counter to that.
It felt that there were more issues on Pep's defense than on the attack. What do you think make it harder?
I think it's the same as before. Like when you play attack, it's way easier to get random picked and just consolidate and reset up another fight. But on defense, it's not as easy, because you're basically one fight away from losing first kings. It's why people say it's so hard to hold first kings, because the space is really awkward. Like they will just take the map, and eventually you're forced into the little doorway on main, and it's basically a lost fight. So for us, I think it's just we get random picked. Like they get random picked. Like I remember first fight, Violet got random picked, and then they've got random picked, and then we lose first point. Like there's nothing you can do about it, but it's really something as a team you should be looking out for to avoid just getting random picked in general, and just playing more for the space. And I think that made it way harder. Like it happened on second, on third as well. Just in general, it was a really confusing, like messy fight, like the whole match, especially Kings, because we just kept getting random picked. But I think either way, like I also made some mistakes. I remember on third, I got killed like when we had the wing. But I think either way, like we did our best. It's just our communication was good. It's just like really mechanics. I think I remember thinking like, oh, we would win this if we played better.
Well, fortunately, it was a rough end for the series, but now that's in the past. What do you take out of this game for the future?
I think we're gonna start looking to improve like a lot of our issues we saw in the game. Like I think the angle comms, how we want to play, like what comms we want to play and stuff like that. Like we want to experiment more. We want to maybe try to do better scouting on enemy teams and just do better in general. Like there are a lot of things you can improve. Our comms still need work, but I think we have clear goals now. So I'm hoping we can prove that in the next game.
For sure. With the stage almost over, how do you think this iteration of Peps has been?
I think it's been really, really nice, to be honest. Like it's definitely the most enjoyable team I've been on. Like the LAN we had in August was literally amazing for free. Like basically $50 bootcamp, and I mean those 30 of those $50 was on Pokemon cards, so not really any money spent there. And I mean I got to enjoy bootcamp for the first time. I also just enjoy playing with people that are good at the game. Like it's fun to talk to people about how they think you should play, how you want to improve and stuff like that. For me, it's really fun. Like it's the best part of the game, the actual macro aspect and how you want to play as an individual. So it's been really fun, yeah.
I think it's great to hear, especially for a younger player like you, that you've been having fun.
Yeah.
So for the rest of the stage and playoffs, which tanks do you feel that you need to work on to get the team to the next level?
I think just most tanks. Like I think basically every tank. Like besides maybe Roadhog. Like a lot of the tanks. I think because of the patch, there's going to be some sort of rough up like in the stage, and we'll see what I have to play. But I'll play whatever is good. To be honest, like I'm confident I can play a lot of the heroes, and if I have to learn one, then I'll just do it in the moment, I think.
Great to hear the confidence. Well, let's take that confidence to the last 2 matches for the stage. What is a result that you would be satisfied with?
I just, like against VP, we're looking towards the playoffs to beat the top 3, but I think in general, just taking a map or two, at least showing that we're competitive, you know, like the same way Gen G managed to go 3-2 against TM or 3-1 against VP. I really just want to show that we can actually be close to winning or taking a map. Like just any sort of, you know, pressure on the enemy team. That's what I want to see. And if we can do that, I'll be happy. And then we'll just keep improving and we'll do our best in the playoffs. For Anomaly, though, I think just a win in general, like preferably a 3-0, obviously. And I know Crocs was very confident in that in his video. And sure, you can be confident, and I don't mind, but I'm confident we can beat them. Very, very confident.
Great to hear the confidence, because my next question was going to be, between the 2 games, which team are you focusing more on, or are you more worried? You know, they're 2 very different matches, one against one of the best, and then another one of the mid-table teams.
Right now, I guess we're focusing more on Anomaly, because we want to just confirm our place in the playoffs. And obviously, we're still going to focus on VP. It's more like just beat Anomaly, and then we will keep improving towards other teams. But yeah, right now our focus is Anomaly. Yeah.
Great. So once the regular season is over, what do you think Peps can do to elevate and have a chance at qualifying in playoffs?
I think it's a lot of stuff. Like just the fundamentals. A lot of the time will be like, if you're really good at the fundamentals, like the top teams are, where it's just ingrained into the brain, you don't really need a lot of the like flexibility or other stuff you might need. You just need really good fundamentals of the game, like good communication, that people understand, clear plans, where you want to play and stuff like that. Like that really elevates your play a lot. And I think we're going to be trying to focus on that, as well as just trying to see what we can play and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot, but at least I know what it is now, you know. Like I'm confident we can improve a lot, and we can, you know, punch up for the top 4.
In playoffs, is there any team that you would like or wish to face?
To be honest, I mean, I want the Vision rematch just for the last time we lost against them. I also want to rematch VP in the playoffs at some point, because we're playing them, I mean, from this recording in 2 days. So I'm obviously going to play against them as well, but I want to play them in the playoffs. And I want to see if I can recreate the quick moment in stage 1 when we went to map 5. Depending on the new patch, maybe it's possible. But yeah, Vision is more important for me, yeah. So for sure, Vision.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be an interesting match that we'll be waiting to see if it happens. Any last message for the fans to finish the stage?
I hope you guys will keep cheering for us, and we will give it our best shot. We will for sure surprise, and I hope you guys, keep cheering for us. I actually forgot what I was going to say. Yeah.
That's lovely to hear. Thank you, Willys, for your time, and this was a wonderful interview.
Thank you.